Efforts to stop sexual harassment come home to the state capitol next week.
On December the 1st, lawmakers will listen to the public on how to prevent inappropriate power plays. KXAN political reporter Phil Prazen also confirmed lawmakers are looking at a draft of a new workforce training policy, but advocates worry training does not equal accountability.
The major hurdle on this issue is the only people in charge of lawmakers are the voters, and they only get to weigh in once every couple years. So, for example, here in the Senate, they have a policy that you can't wear jeans during the legislative session, but the only people in charge of enforcing that rule are the same people that work in this room. And for something as serious as sexual harassment, that's not good enough for some.
There's really no place to go in the Texas Capitol beyond making some kind of a police report.
Former Senator Wendy Davis was one of the most powerful women in the state, but even she says she felt harassed when another lawmaker grabbed her inappropriately at a party. She still doesn't feel comfortable naming him and worries staffers or interns with far less power suffer more.
It's not okay, and that workplace training and awareness is really important, but there also has to be a system of accountability.
State Representative Linda Koop called for a change last week. She did not want victims reporting to an elected official, the same person who could be deciding on possible punishment.
So it has to be probably a one-off of the elected official so they don't feel like they might be retaliated against.
Because if recent ethics history tells us anything, lawmakers are not the best at policing themselves. Phil Prazen, KXAN News.
Right now, sexual harassment complaints in the House are reported to the House Administration Committee Chair Charlie Guerin. In the Senate, they are reported to Patsy Spa, the Secretary of the Senate.
Governor Abbott made ethics reform one of his top priorities after taking office in 2015. But few ethics bills ever made it from the House and Senate to the governor's desk. For example, the Senate killed a bill to block the governor from appointing anyone who contributed more than $2,500 to the governor or the governor's campaign. Another bill tried to restrict former lawmakers from coming back as lobbyists until they sat out for one legislative cycle. That never came up for a vote. And a measure to require more detailed reports about money being spent by lobbyists also died without a vote.
The